and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ope and I love talking about things I love and enjoy. One of those things is manga, and I'm also a newbie manga collector. So in this video, I'm going to be going over or giving an update of my manga collection, sharing how I usually keep track of it, as well as going over a recent haul that I got from a used manga website that is going to become a staple in my manga collecting journey. I use a spreadsheet to track my purchases, and before I add this haul to my tracker, I currently own exactly 125 volumes of manga, with 58% of that being used. The spreadsheet is a work in progress, and I plan to build a dashboard that shows a lot more data, but this just shows that I'm not trying to break the bank and spend irresponsibly, as much as I'd love to buy any and every manga, trust me. I've read a lot of manga, and there's also a lot that I was unaware of that became known to me after following other collectors. Everything looks good, but I have to spend responsibly because I have other financial goals outside of supporting my new expensive hobby. And now that I'm done with that spiel, let's get right into the manga haul from World of Books. This is only my second time ordering from them, and I decided to buy a lot more after confirming their service and quality with my first purchase. They were doing a buy 3 get 1 promo for manga under $5 as well, so I got some freebies that lowered the overall cost of the purchase. After I go through this haul, I'll walk you through my shopping process on World of Books. I was able to get 31 volumes of manga, and I'll give a quick overview of them to keep this video short. Okay, so taking it from the top, the very first title I have here is a bit of an outlier. I have Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was really excited to see this because I grew up watching Avatar. I think it's one of those cartoons that can easily translate to being an anime because it just feels very anime-like, and I'm convinced that if I rewatch all of Avatar today, I'm still going to enjoy it. It was good enough to be a kid's show, but it still had that mature feel to it that will make it enjoyable for an adult to watch as well. The only thing I can remember watching kind of recently that has the same feel to it is Castlevania, although I wouldn't go so far as calling Castlevania a kid's show. I really enjoyed it though. So yeah, that's Avatar: The Last Airbender. If I'm remembering correctly, every other thing in this haul should be manga, if I'm remembering correctly. The first one I have here is Oku, The Inner Chambers. You can already kind of see the entire haul from the box I have open. I know there was an anime for Oku that got released on Netflix recently, and I did not watch that. Honestly, I've been struggling to watch anime recently. But Oku, The Inner Chambers focuses on a story around women starting to get power in the Edo period because there is a plague that is leading to a rapid decline in the population of men in that period. And I just really love the cover of this series, like the black cover with a character of the series being on the cover. This looks really beautiful. And I know that this has been nominated for a lot of awards and won quite a bit of them as well. You can see some of them in the back right here. So I'm really excited to read that. Oku, The Inner Chambers by Fumi Yoshinaga, Volume 2. The next one I have here is Kakegurui. I watched about 3 episodes of Kakegurui. Again, struggling to watch anime, so I didn't watch all of it, but I really enjoyed the premise of the story. It's a story about gambling, and gambling kind of decides the caste system or ranking system in this high school. It gives a little bit of caste heaven if you're a BL reader and you read that. So yeah, Kakegurui, what's it? Compulsive Gambler, I think was the translation for the title. And this cover is absolutely beautiful. The black, white, and red with the female character being on it. I can't remember her name, but she was ominous in that series, in that show, I mean. So yeah, Kakegurui Volume 1. The next one I have here is Blue Period, another anime that I would love to watch but haven't gotten to watching. I got the first volume of this at a library sale for 50 cents. So when I saw the second volume of World of Books, I decided to pick it up. I'm hoping that I will read it, get into it, and continue reading the series. I can't remember if this is completed, but I really want to get into it because it just looks like something that I would enjoy. I love arts, and manga that I usually deal with arts have been a win for me. Honestly, I haven't read a bad one, so I would really like to read it. Maybe reading it will eventually get me to watch the anime, but if it doesn't, at least I have the first 2 volumes to really get into the series. So, Blue Period. And keeping it on theme with shows that I would like to watch but haven't watched, Komi Can Communicate. I haven't watched this one either, but again, this is a show that I really like the premise of it. A girl who is very socially inept, or maybe she's just shy. I don't really know. Let's see what the back says actually. yeah, she's socially anxious. She's a high school student, and her dream is to make some friends. But she's dealing with social anxiety. Honestly, I can relate to that. I don't have social anxiety or anything, but I am not the best at communicating in a large group of people. So Come We Can Communicate Volume 1. I'm really excited to read that, see how I like the series. I found a lot of Attack on Titan on World of Books. Currently, every volume of Attack on Titan that I own has been bought used, either from my local used bookstore or now World of Books. I think I currently have 19 of the 34 volumes. But yeah, they've all been used. I found a lot of them on World of Books, so I was really excited about that. They sent me 2 volumes of volume 13, and I realized when I placed the order and sent out an email for them to remove the second one, and they said they were going to and gave me a refund for it, but it's still here. So this one is the older of the 2. I'm assuming that it belonged to a library, so I'm just going to take this to my closest little free library, and whoever is the lucky person who picks that up will be the new owner for this other volume 13. Otherwise, in this pile, that's not all of the Attack on Titan that I bought on World of Books, but I have volumes 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm just going to show you the covers for them real quick. That's 15, 12, 13, and 14. I love Attack on Titan. Like, by far, one of my favorite shonen since I started watching anime. Although, like, I don't know how you can categorize this as shonen. It's a seinen in my head. So, yeah, Attack on Titan. Really excited for the end of the series. I actually don't know if I'm going to be tuning into that since I already read the manga until it got completed. So, yeah. Vampire Knight, Volumes 1 and 2. Trashy series that I grew up with. For the life of me, I cannot understand why I enjoyed watching this so much when I was growing up, because it is so trashy and the stupidest thing ever. Like, all the incest going on in it, like, thinking back on it, I'm just like, what? Why were you watching that? And why were you watching it and enjoying it? But I was living for the Kaname Zero and what's this girl's name? Yuki. Kaname Zero and Yuki drama in Vampire Knight, and I just absolutely loved it. And looking back, I think this was my awakening as a Fujoshi, because in my head, I was just kind of shipping Kaname and Zero. I'm like, Yuki, girl, can you get out and let them be together? Just kidding. But yeah, this was my induction into the Fujo Bait community. So volumes 1 and 2 of Vampire Knight. And all this series are in amazing condition. When I confirmed the quality from my first order, I was like, oh my God, this is about to become a staple in my collecting journey. So yeah, Vampire Knight, more Attack on Titan, 5 more volumes. Oops, the camera moved. Fucking hell. I hope that doesn't change things too much. Okay, 5 more volumes of Attack on Titan. I have volume 17, volume 18, volume 21, volume 23, and volume 33. And I said something incorrect earlier. All the volumes in this haul will add up my entire collection to 19 of the 34 volumes. So I'm hoping that I can collect all of Attack on Titan used, find everything on World of Books or maybe at my local used bookstore. And my local used bookstore actually did post about getting in some new volumes of Attack on Titan recently. I buy them for like $4 per volume on there. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, that was more Attack on Titan. Tokyo Ghoul. I really enjoyed this. I only watched the first season. I don't know if there was another season that was released, but I would like to collect the manga. Again, this is another really cool cover. I absolutely love the cover for this. I'm really blanking on how to summarize this series, but it's about, well, let's see that. Kaneki Ken is thrilled to go on a date with beautiful Rize, but it turns out that she's only interested in his body and eating it. So she's a zombie, or in this series, what is known as a ghoul who crave human flesh. So yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. The next series I have here is The King's Beast. I absolutely love these covers, and I am familiar with the mangaka Ray Toma because I really enjoyed reading Dawn of the Arcana. In fact, I did a recommendation of the series if you enjoyed Yona of the Red Dawn and Akagami no Shirayuki Hime, Snow White with the Red Hair. If you enjoy both series, I think you're really going to enjoy Dawn of the Arcana. The story is a little bit scattered, but still good regardless. The King's Beast is set in the same world with Ajin and humans, except this, I don't really know what part of the timeline this story follows in. This story tells a story of a girl who had a twin brother and was sent to serve the prince, but he met a really bad end. I'm butchering this summary. Let's just read the back. Ajin boys who show signs of special abilities are conscripted to serve in the imperial palace as beast servants. Okay, I was close. Status symbols and shields for their royal masters to be kept or discarded on a whim. When they were children, Rangetsu's twin brother Sogetsu was ripped from her arms and sent to the palace to attend to Prince Tenyo as a beast servant, where he quickly fell victim to bloody dynastic intrigues. Now, in a world that promises only bitterness, Rangetsu's one hope at avenging her brother is to disguise herself as a man and find a way into the palace. So yeah, The King's Beast Volume 2. I believe I have Volume 1 somewhere in this haul as well, so I'm excited to read that. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. Honestly, this is just one that was placed there as a bait for me. It has everything I love in a shoujo romance. You have a demon, human girl, and a Bishojo demon. Like, come on. I was going to pick that up. Also the name, The Demon Prince of Momochi House. It was only after picking this up that I realized that an anime was going to be released for it soon. One that I'm obviously not going to watch, seeing as all the stuff that I do want to watch, I haven't even watched them. But yeah, Demon Prince of Momochi House, Volume 1 by Aya Shoto. I don't think I'm familiar with this mangaka at all, but I'm excited to read that. Nana Volume 1. Oh my god, this is my favorite josei series ever. I fucking loved Nana growing up. And another work by the author, Paradise Kiss. I'm still mad that this has been on hiatus for as long as I can remember, but even with where it stopped, it was still a great story. I mean, there were some parts of it I was just like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, Ayazawa, like, what is wrong with you? But still, Nana is a great story, like one of the greatest josei stories ever told. This is categorized as shoujo, and I think that's really, really confusing to me. This is a josei in my head, okay? Nana is josei. There were too many mature and realistic themes in this to be categorized as something that younger girls should be watching or reading, although I think it's very good educational material. But yeah, Nana, I would love to collect all of Nana, although I know like that is a superhuman feat these days. I have Volume 1 of Rurouni Kenshin. This is another series I really grew up with. I'm not really sure what my aim was in picking this up, but I have it now, so I guess I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it. The remake is currently airing. I don't know if I remember when it came out, but I haven't been following up on it, so it's probably still currently airing. But yeah, Volume 1 of Rurouni Kenshin. I have to start digging a little bit into the box for the rest of it. Volume 2 of Midnight Secretary. This is a josei series that I really, really, really enjoyed. Male MC right here is a vampire. The girl on the right is his secretary, who is very, very conservative, and he used to bitch about her about how conservative she was. But she later finds out that he's a vampire because she didn't know at the beginning of the story. And this girl takes her job so seriously that she decides to become a male for her boss. But she starts to fall in love with him. He looks down on human beings, so he cannot accept her feelings, even though he has feelings for her as well. It's stupid, but I loved it. Midnight Secretary. Say I Love You. This was one of my first shoujo series, along with Kaicho wa Midsama and Special A, Kami-sama Kiss, and the likes. I really, really love this. I can't remember the last time I read or watched it, but I remember loving it. I would love to collect all of Say I Love You if possible, just for the nostalgic effect, because it's something that I read and watched a very, very long time ago. So yeah, Volume 1 of Say I Loved You. Another irritant in my collection, Skip Beat. I would love to collect this, but seeing that it is still ongoing, I don't know if that's possible. Skip It was that series that I really enjoyed watching and reading growing up. I think I dropped the manga for this back in 2014 because I was always so irritated by how little progress there was in Kyoko and Ren's romantic, I guess, development. And this popped up on my radar again recently. What's like 9 years later, and there is still barely any development in their romantic relationship. Like, what the hell? It's been 9 years. Why is Kyoko still 17 years old? What's her name? Yoshiki Nakamura sensei, please fix it. We want Skip It to end. We just want a happy ending for the both of them. Or even if it's not going to end, can you, I don't know, fast forward, make her 21 or something so Ren can make his move on her. Like, I'm tired of reading whatever is going on between the both of them, even though I haven't read this in 9 years. I don't know if I'm going to pick up this story again, but if it ever gets completed, I will try to read it and decide if it's something that I would like to collect. In the meantime, I'm going to have this in my library or collection as a placeholder. The Bite Maker, the King's Omega. This is another bait that was placed in my sights. Like, I am a sucker for Omegaverse series, and there is a Bishoujo on this one as well. I had to pick that up. Look at how beautiful that cover is. It just says read me. Why wouldn't you pick that up? Volume 1 of the Bite Maker. I'm actually not very familiar with this series at all. Like, it is very new to me. Nobunaga won the genetic lottery and was born in Alpha. His beauty, intelligence, and talent drive everyone wild with lust. Despite his seemingly perfect life, Nobunaga is unsatisfied until he meets the woman of his dreams who can sate his every desire. Oh, this is not yaoi? This is not BL? Oh my god, I'm disappointed. I'm just joking, but still, I'm kind of disappointed. Kidding. Next here is Kami-sama Kiss Volume 1. I mentioned this earlier. It's one of those series that I grew up with. Demon boy that is a Bishoujo, human girl, romantic relationship between the both of them. Now kiss, like, yes, I'm going to read that. I don't care how many times it's been done. I'm reading it. So Kami-sama Kiss, I will absolutely love to collect all of Kami-sama Kiss. I was really excited to find the first volume on World of Books. Again, excellent condition for this manga. All of them so far, actually. No complaints. I think I was high when I picked this because I'm not sure why I picked this, but I have Attack on Titan Before the Fall. I'm guessing I saw it and I just thought it was another volume of Attack on Titan, but now that I have it, I guess I'm just going to keep it. I am not familiar with this story at all. I'll read it, see how different it is from actual Attack on Titan. I don't know what this is meant to be, but yeah, I have this. The next two here are Haikyuu. Oh my god, I would love to collect all of Haikyuu. Haikyuu is my favorite sports anime. Like, I know I haven't watched a lot of them, so I have like Kuroko no Basket, Prince of Tennis, Yowamushi Pedal, Free, Blue Lock. I'm probably not remembering some of them, but Haikyuu is by far my favorite. And I was at a library sale recently where they had all of Haikyuu, but someone got to them before I did. I was so sad about that, but yeah, I have volumes 2 and 6, and I am excited to collect the rest of the series. Haikyuu. There's only one manga volume left in this box that I already talked about, and that is volume 1 of The King's Peace. So I was right, I did have the first volume in this haul as well. So yeah, that's everything, and I'm now going to work you through updating my spreadsheet with everything I just bought and seeing the new count for how many volumes of manga I own and how much of it is used. Since all of this is used, I'm going to see how much is going to drive that percentage up.
I'll go ahead and add this haul to my tracker. Excluding Avatar and the extra volume of Attack on Titan, I've added all 29 volumes to my tracker, so my current collection is at 154 volumes and 66% of that is used. I really feel like I'm killing it at this collecting thing. Next up, my shopping process on World of Books. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that this is just my second order on World of Books. I bought only 7 volumes in the first one, and for this second one, they had the buy 3 get 1 sale going on at the time for books under $5. So I was able to get 5 volumes free if you count the ones I was charged $0 for. The lowest price was $3.88 and the highest was $6.12. I got a refund for the extra volume of Attack on Titan, so my actual total was about $130 for 31 volumes of manga. That's an average of $4.20 per volume, which is great. When I'm shopping on World of Books, I usually just go straight to their graphic novel section because they sell other things other than comics, and then I'll add filters for what I'm looking for. When they had the buy 3 get 1 sale for books under $5 going on, for example, I added a filter for a price range of $3 to $5.99, and then I'll add a filter for used books as well. They don't have a filter for the condition of the books, but that's pretty visible, so it's not too big of a deal. I always try to buy books described as very good or like new. If I buy something described as good, it will have to be something I really want, and even their good condition books are in pretty decent condition. They have another sale going on right now for pre-loved children's books, so manga is categorized as children's books, and as long as they're used, it counts as pre-loved. If you look in my cart, I have some used manga in there, and the total before the sale is $176.34, so I'm getting 15% off of that. That's pretty much my walkthrough for World of Books. Other places I've bought used manga from are at a library sale, used bookstores, and Facebook Marketplace. I'm still a little bit iffy about buying from other people online, but there are many options there as well. Some like manga groups on Facebook or Mercari. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That brings this video to an end, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Whatever day you find yourself watching this, make it a great one. Bye!